Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Tuesday, April 18, 2017, and I am Quanecia Fraser.
And I am Haley Watson.
Today's top stories include a garbage collapse in Sri Lanka
and a first campus debate. This and more coming up next on Texan TV.
In campus news, the College of Liberal and Fine Arts held Tarleton's first ever Texan debate yesterday. The Texan debate was preceded by a civic expo from 11 to 1. The expo consisted of different organizations presenting information about gun violence, gun control, and firearms in general. Each organization presented their information in booths with carnival-style games and, of course, candy. The Texan debate was directed by debate instructor Dr. Del Ritchie. The debates began at 1 o'clock in 3-hour-long sessions, and the final debate was held at 7 o'clock in room 117 of the O.A. Grant Humanities Building. The topic of this year's Texan debate was over gun control.
In local news, the Stephenville High School girls soccer team made an appearance on WFFA TV Sunday night after becoming the first state championship team in Honeybee soccer history. We now take you to Matt Hill reporting on the Honeybee's successful season.
Thank you. The Stephenville Honeybees played in the 4A Girls State Soccer Tournament in Georgetown last week, where they beat Athens High School 2-0 and Bernie High School 4-1. This happened on top of a 25-4 season that included the defeat of two-time state champion and top-ranked Kennedale High School. A state championship parade will be held this Saturday at 10 a.m. The parade will start and end at Stephenville High School, but the district has not yet finalized the exact route. But once it is, they will share it again with the public. Thanks, and now we go back to the anchor desk.
Thanks, Matt.
And now today's Texas national and international news from the Associated Press. The embattled director of the Texas Alcohol Beverage Commission, or TABC, has resigned after lawmakers criticized her agency for taking taxpayer-funded trips to Hawaii and San Diego. Sherry Cook's resignation came weeks after the Texas Tribune reported on those trips and the ties between the agency and the beverage industry it regulates. The commission said Monday that Cook would officially retire in May. John Whitman, a spokesman for Governor Greg Abbott, said Monday that Cook's leave was necessary to restore trust in the agency. Lawmakers from both parties questioned Cook after the Tribune report, which included a 4-year one conference featuring Cook's picture with a bottle of Lone Star beer superimposed on her hand.
In national news, following the shooting in San Bernardino, California, the California Elementary School was welcomed with a performer blowing bubbles, a man handing out teddy bears, and unity from fellow students and teachers. Teachers returned back to the school a week after a gunman shot his estranged wife and an 8-year-old boy in a special education classroom. Parents shared in hugs and prayers this past Monday. The school district superintendent, Dr. Dale Marsden, said that the first step towards healing was the reopening of the school.
In international news, 150 plus homes were destroyed in a garbage collapse in Mitamala, Sri Lanka, Friday night during a celebration for the local New Year. As of yesterday, authorities reported 30 people dead and 11 people missing. Soldiers spent the day digging with shovels and backhoes, while relatives of the missing people pointed out where their houses once stood. More than 600 residents of the now garbage-covered area are being sheltered in nearby schools, while 11 people are being treated in hospitals for injuries from the collapse. The Prime Minister vowed over the weekend to shut down the overfilled dump. A resident of one of the now destroyed homes, Dilit Murmao, said, "This is a government-made disaster. I have mixed feelings of anger, frustration, and sorrow. We have been trying to protest and raise these issues, but no one was listening." For more of today's national and international news, we turn to the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. Vice President Mike Pence arrived in Japan on Tuesday morning for the second stop of a 10-day Asia tour. At a meeting with Japan's Deputy Prime Minister, Pence praised the U.S.-Japan alliance as a cornerstone of peace and prosperity in the Asia Pacific. The Supreme Court delivered a setback to Arkansas's plan to resume capital punishment for the first time in nearly 12 years. The court issued an overnight ruling sparing an inmate just minutes before his death warrant was set to expire. A 17-year-old surfer was killed by a shark off Australia's south coast. Police say the young girl was surfing with her father when she was attacked and taken to a hospital in critical condition. And British Prime Minister Theresa May announced she will seek early election on June 8th. May said Parliament will be asked to vote for the election on Wednesday. Emily Roseman, Associated Press with AP News Minute.
In sports from tarletonsports.com, Tarleton Track and Field traveled to Commerce, Texas to compete in the East Texas Invitational, where they brought home 4 first-place finishes and 4 NCAA provisional marks. Caitlin Huckabee won gold in the 2,500-meter run. Rosellis Williams won gold in the high jump, and Johan DeLeon won first in the 1,500-meter run, and Cornelius Blair won gold in the 100-meter dash.
The Texan baseball team also had a successful week as they swept the University of Texas Permian Basin Falcons in a 4-game series. The Texans scored a season high of 16 runs to complete the series against the Falcons. The baseball team travels to West Texas A&M on Friday for a game at 6:30 p.m. The Texans softball team will face Lubbock Christian in a doubleheader in Lubbock today at 3 and 5 p.m. The Texans are 29-17 overall and are looking to give first-year head coach Mark Kumpian a 30-win season. The Texans will play their final series at home beginning this Friday against Midwestern State at 7 p.m.
For today's weather report, we go to Austin Farrar.
Hey, what's up, Texans? There was some light fog this morning. There's going to be a high near 82. Now back to you.
This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.
Watch us live on Apogee Channel 2.1 in the dorms at 12:30 weekdays. If you live off campus, tune in on Northland Cable Channel 9.
You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all of your latest local, state, national, and international news.
Today's broadcast was produced by Emily Parker, Matt Hill, and Austin Farrar. Have a wonderful day, Texans.